Good morning. It is 9 o'clock on Thursday, the 24th of March, 2016. I didn't just get up. I've showered and had breakfast. But this is still 5 more minutes, even though. I got up a little bit later than I originally intended, and so wanted to shower before breakfast. But in order to do that, I had to make things happen. And I did. I made those things happen. And then they happened. Things happened yesterday too. I did end up going into Gatlinburg yesterday, and we went to the Ripley's Aquarium, and it was really cool. They had all sorts of sharks and fish and turtles and stingrays and cuttlefish. I got a lot of good pictures, but I think I'm going to wait to sort of sort through them and post the best ones. Maybe when I get home. But yeah, it was a really good time. Went down there with a couple folks, and we and then had a salad for lunch, which I only mention as significant because we've been eating such great, rich food 3 meals a day up here at the cabin that something a little simple was a nice change of pace. Not that I'm complaining about the food in any way. We just had Dutch babies, which is some sort of a pastry, and you drizzle fruit on it, and sausage links and hash browns with peppers in them, and it was so good, so good. So yesterday, as far as writing is concerned, I finished the next installment of the serial. Of course, you can be reading that today, number 84, and then also what I finally did yesterday was to finish going through the part of this other novel project that I had written already. And so today, when I start on that, I'll be writing new words, and it would be nice to be able to finish that rough draft while I'm here, this week. Three more full days of writing on it, with, excepting for the time that I spend on doing the serial. It's potentially achievable, so we'll see. Especially since I'm going to just be powering through it. I'm excited. So, at the same time, I mean, it's not going to be a failure if I don't, as long as I'm making progress. That's the key, right? So, definitely looking forward to working on that particular project, just because it's one that I haven't advanced in a long time. I feel like I have so many projects that get kind of partly done and then nothing else happens. I just declare them not perfect yet and then don't do anything else with them, or keep reworking them endlessly. And so that, I feel like that has produced this drought in my creative output from time to time. Like doing the serial that I started in January, that's been a big part of doing that, was all about the idea of forcing myself to put something out, which kind of hopefully cracks that seal of only tinkering with stuff endlessly, because with the serial I can't tinker with it endlessly because it's got to go out. Deadline, self-imposed or otherwise. Boy, whenever I'm recording these on the iPad, it's harder to remember that the camera, look at my enormous finger. Boy, that's weird. Anyway, the camera is on that end, and I keep, it's harder to remember where I'm supposed to look in order to appear as though I'm looking directly at you. Because when I'm doing this, when I'm looking directly at the camera, right here, there is a big image of me that it's easy for it to draw my attention and say, oh, do I look all right? The only other thing of note, and I don't mean that for this to be like a downer to imply that I'm not having a good time, because I'm having a great time, but just as a little bit of a grace note, I had kind of a stressful dream about Luna last night. It was the two of us were like wandering through this strange neighborhood that involves doing all sorts of things like climbing over balconies and into trees and stuff like that, because we were trying to get home and it was like we're lost and wandering, and it was a little bit stressful. And when I woke up, I was sad because I missed my little dog. Yeah, so I'm having a great time, but I'm also looking forward to being reunited with my little dog Luna when I get home. So, I gotta get to work. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.